What if every World Cup product you see in stores is not just fan excitement, but part of a massive global profit system running in the background? Why do companies fight for the right to produce official tournament items worth billions in sales? Behind every logo, design, and collectible, there is a hidden licensing structure that turns football branding into one of the most powerful money engines in sports. In this video, we uncover how World Cup merchandise becomes a global revenue machine driving FIFA's biggest financial success. Let's dive in. 1. FIFA as a licensing machine. FIFA operates in merchandise not as a producer, but as a global licensing authority that controls intellectual property at scale. Instead of manufacturing jerseys, toys, or collectibles, it owns the rights to everything connected to the World Cup brand. This includes tournament logos, mascots, official fonts, stadium visuals, and even historical archives tied to past competitions. FIFA's real power comes from selling access to this intellectual property. Companies around the world compete for exclusive rights to produce official merchandise under strict licensing agreements. These agreements are not casual partnerships. They are structured commercial contracts that define exactly how products can be designed, distributed, and sold across global markets. Each license is awarded only after companies commit to significant upfront financial guarantees before any product reaches the market. This ensures FIFA receives income regardless of retail performance. On top of that, FIFA earns ongoing revenue through royalty percentages on every item sold worldwide. What makes this system highly efficient is that FIFA removes itself completely from operational risk. It does not manage factories, shipping, or retail losses. Instead, it focuses entirely on controlling intellectual property while shifting all production responsibilities to external partners. This structure transforms FIFA into a centralized licensing hub where global demand is converted into predictable financial returns. Even before the tournament begins, revenue is already secured through contracts, making merchandise a guaranteed income stream rather than a speculative market. 2. Master licensing and global royalty flow. FIFA's master licensing system is designed to organize global merchandise into clearly defined categories, ensuring full control over every commercial segment. Instead of selling rights in a fragmented way, FIFA divides products into structured groups such as apparel, toys, collectibles, accessories, and digital content. Each category is then awarded to selected companies through competitive bidding processes. Once a company secures rights, it must commit to a minimum financial guarantee that is paid upfront. This payment is non-refundable, which means FIFA earns revenue even if products underperform in global retail markets. This guarantees financial stability long before consumer demand is fully realized. After production begins, every official World Cup product sold generates additional royalty payments, typically between 10% and 15% of wholesale value. This ensures that FIFA continues earning from every stage of the supply chain, from manufacturing to final retail sale. An additional strength of this system is its scalability. As global demand increases during tournament periods, royalty income increases automatically without any additional operational cost for FIFA. This creates a direct link between global fan excitement and revenue growth. The structure also forces manufacturers to compete aggressively for licensing rights, often driving upfront payments. This competition increases FIFA's guaranteed income even before retail sales begin. Over time, this creates a predictable and highly optimized global revenue pipeline built entirely on intellectual property control. 3. Digital merchandise and virtual revenue systems. Modern World Cup merchandising extends far beyond physical products into digital ecosystems that operate at massive scale. FIFA has expanded its licensing model into video games, mobile platforms, and digital collectible systems, where products can be distributed instantly across global audiences. In these digital environments, FIFA licenses virtual assets such as tournament modes, stadium designs, team kits, and collectible items. These assets are sold or integrated into gaming ecosystems, where millions of users interact with World Cup content in real time. Because digital goods require no manufacturing, storage, or shipping, almost all revenue generated from them becomes extremely high margin. Microtransactions, downloadable content, and digital upgrades create continuous income streams that operate throughout the tournament cycle. Another important advantage is scalability. Unlike physical merchandise, digital products can be sold infinitely without supply limitations. A single design or asset can generate revenue across millions of users simultaneously without additional production cost. Digital platforms also extend the lifespan of World Cup merchandising beyond the tournament itself. Fans continue engaging with virtual content long after the final match, creating ongoing revenue cycles that sustain FIFA's digital licensing portfolio. This transformation shows how merchandise has evolved from physical goods into a hybrid system, where digital ecosystems now represent one of the fastest-growing profit channels in global sports marketing. 4. Stadium retail control and fan zone monopoly. Inside official World Cup venues, FIFA creates highly controlled commercial environments where retail activity is tightly regulated. Within stadiums, fan zones, and designated event areas, only authorized merchandise sellers are permitted to operate. This structure eliminates independent competition and ensures that almost all fan spending flows through official channels. Local vendors and unofficial sellers are restricted, which concentrates purchasing power into FIFA-controlled retail systems. Within these zones, FIFA also collects a significant share of revenue generated by official retail operations. In many cases, it earns between 20% and 30% of total gross sales from stadium-based merchandise outlets. The design of these retail spaces is also strategic. Fans are guided through specific pathways that naturally lead to official stores, increasing exposure and purchase probability. This controlled flow of movement turns stadium environments into highly optimized retail corridors. Additional revenue comes from bundled merchandise experiences, where products are packaged with match-day experiences or fan zone access. This increases average transaction value per visitor. Over time, stadium retail became one of the most predictable income streams during the World Cup, driven entirely by controlled access, exclusivity, and high emotional engagement from fans. 5. Global brand protection and counterfeit control. FIFA maintains strong enforcement systems to protect the value of its merchandise licensing structure. Without strict control, counterfeit goods could significantly reduce official sales and weaken brand integrity across global markets. To prevent this, FIFA works closely with customs authorities, law enforcement agencies, and international monitoring teams. These partnerships help identify, seize, and shut down illegal manufacturing operations and unauthorized online sellers. This enforcement system extends across both physical and digital markets. Shipments of counterfeit merchandise are intercepted at borders, while online platforms are monitored for unauthorized sales of World Cup-related products. Beyond protection, this system plays a strategic financial role. By limiting the availability of cheap alternatives, FIFA ensures that consumer demand is redirected toward official licensed products. This strengthens pricing power and maintains high-margin sales across global retail networks. Enforcement actions also create a perception of exclusivity and authenticity. Fans are more likely to purchase official merchandise when they recognize its verified status and association with the tournament. Over time, this system protects both revenue and brand value, ensuring that FIFA's licensing model remains dominant in global sports merchandising. 6. How the full system connects. All components of FIFA's merchandise system operate as a unified commercial structure. Licensing agreements generate guaranteed upfront revenue. Royalties ensure continuous income. Digital platforms expand scalability. Stadium retail captures direct consumer spending, and enforcement systems protect demand integrity. These elements work together to create a multi-layered financial pipeline that functions across both physical and digital markets. Every stage of the product lifecycle contributes to revenue generation in some form. The result is a highly efficient global system where intellectual property becomes the central asset. Instead of relying on production or logistics, FIFA focuses entirely on controlling demand, licensing access, and monetizing global attention. This structure ensures that merchandise revenue remains stable, scalable, and largely independent of operational risk. 7. Why this model is so powerful. The strength of this model lies in its ability to eliminate traditional business risks while maximizing revenue control. FIFA does not deal with factories, inventory management, or retail losses. All operational responsibilities are handled by external partners and license holders. At the same time, FIFA retains full control over intellectual property and global brand visibility. This allows it to monetize every layer of consumer engagement without direct exposure to market failure. The system is also highly adaptable. Whether through physical merchandise, digital ecosystems, or stadium retail environments, FIFA continuously expands revenue channels without increasing operational complexity. This combination of control, scalability, and risk transfer makes the World Cup merchandise ecosystem one of the most efficient licensing models in global sports. World Cup merchandise is far more than fan products. It is a global licensing machine where branding, control, and demand turn simple items into billion-dollar revenue streams. Once this system is understood, every jersey and souvenir carries a deeper financial meaning. If this breakdown gave you a new perspective on how football economics really works, support the channel by liking the video, sharing it with others, and subscribing for more deep insights into the hidden systems shaping modern football.